What is this? What is this?
To say that I love
Another
this job
fucking
is an
ad. It's everything's a
I've been on
fucking
the
ad.
data
My
annotation
life
platform
is
for
a
about
fucking
year and a half
ad,
now,
dude.
and it's honestly been
My
So
life
I
is a
just got off
fucking
a call
ad.
with one of my buddies over there in the Middle East. They call him BB.
Bro, I'm not watching 22 minutes of this though. God of Conquest. There's no way.
Prime Minister Netanyahu, I guess is his more formal title. Anyway, he just let me know that he was thankful for all my great work, and he just he wanted to let me know that my $5 deposit had actually reached my APAC
Google, show me this
bank
guy's
account.
balls, please.
God of Conquest 91 cent $3 if you have anxiety. Go for a walk. Anxiety is a physical reaction. Imagine sucking so hard that you can't even go for a walk.
I don't do anything. Like, I don't know. What do you even have anxiety about, dude? Like, seriously. I don't get it. Like, the only time I've ever gotten anxiety is when I'm getting, like, swarmed in, like, an IRL event or something. And there's just, like, a ton of people around me. And you know what I do? I just, like, walk away. You know? If you have anxiety, just walk away. It's not that hard. I feel like that's, like, the only acceptable time to have anxiety is when you're, like, in a crowded, like, social situation, you know? And I'm just like, I don't really want to be here, you know? That's it. I just don't want to be here. I don't want to be involved in this. I want to leave. You know, that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm not like a fuck off. Just smoke a cigarette, dude.
Right. So what was it? APAC. Yeah, I still don't know how to say that one. Yeah, still getting a hang of this whole Mossad thing. So anyway, you know, he let me know that he was very grateful for all the incredible work that I've been doing, defending basically against, you know, this innocent Islamic regime that has been doing just incredible things throughout the world.
This already
and
sucks.
that has
Like,
been trying to create awareness around the terrible, terrible things that these 14 million people have been doing to the rest of the 8. And check this video out, see what this is about.
okay,
I'm sure
so
it's
he's
somebody
reacting.
trying to derail our great work over here at Control the World Inc. So let's go ahead and get into this sane individual, this America-loving individual, definitely not paid off by Qatar sort of individuals' take on
Cutter, by the way.
what's going on right now
Bro, of course the black guy can't even pronounce anything.
in New York.
Kirk, if you're against Muslims running for mayor, should Jews be banned?
Wait, let's run that back.
Matt Walsh, Charlie Kirk, if you're against Muslims running for mayor, should Jews be banned from running for mayor? Because Jews hate Christ. But they won't say that. So is it a problem for them that someone from a different religion is mayor? Or is the problem that that person doesn't like Israel? Because I don't...
Wow, this guy's really smart. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. I believe he goes by the name Nick Fuentes. He's you know what you like imagine Einstein to be? Einstein, a Jew. I know. Imagine what you like imagine
This
Einstein.
is black
or
people. Bro, black people are so fucking corny. Are they not? Like, what? Bro, what happened? I was so, like, we've been sold this lie in American culture for like 2 decades now. That like black people are like really cool and they're soulful and they're like, you know, very chill. Like, they're corny as fuck. I'm sorry. I look at black culture now. I'm not like, I don't get angry about it. I don't get upset. I'm not mad. But they're just corny. They're not like funny anymore. Like, they used to be kind of funny, right? At least, like, I'll give them credit where credit's due. Like, they were, at one point, they were really good court jesters, you know? They really made a good court jester. They were really good at, like, dancing and singing. But they don't sing anymore, you know? They don't dance. Like, their dance is just, like, they just go, like, you know? Like, that's it. It's, like, it's everything that they do now is so corny. This is so corny, this, like, performative. Like, he's trying to be ironic, but it's not really landing. And it just comes across as, like, really effeminate and passive-aggressive. Everything about this is really corny.
Jew. Yeah. This guy is like
this, like, it's like, I don't know. This guy is a black person that hung around with like a bunch of like liberal white women, you know. and it's like sort of seeped into his personality.
12 of those just like stacked on top. He has an infinite.
What you're seeing right now is sort of this osmosis between like black man and like liberal white woman, like a fusion. Like they did some sort of Dragon Ball Z fusion dance together, and like you take one black man and one liberal white woman, fuse them together, and this is what you have. I don't know what the name of it would be, but
IQ. It's
also,
incredible.
Also, like, bro, you have a nose ring? Like, what the fuck? That's what I'm saying. He's got the fucking nose ring. He's got the liberal art ho nose ring, you know? Who is that for, bro? Used to we would put nose rings onto black people to just identify who their owner was, you know? That's what we used to do. We used to just give him a little stamp, like, okay, that's my slave. So if he tries to run off, I know who he... Now, there's out here doing this to try to pull some, like, coffee shop bitch, you know?
So,
like, what are we doing?
He says, get this, right? Is like, if you guys...
Get this, like, he's like, you know, like, what he's, like, trying to say, like, is, like, man, just spit it out.
Don't want a freaking Muslim. And, you know, it's not like the fact that this guy is a communist who's trying to literally implode New York from the inside out. You know, the fact that this guy's a jihadist sympathizer and, you know what I mean, pro-terror, right? So, you know, God forbid. No, it's because he's a Muslim that people are calling him out. It's because of his religion. That's it. Simply that. I was actually labeled as a racist recently. I hate brown people, I guess, because I also call out Lord Zoran.
But again, it's this whole, like, passive-aggressive shtick. It's very effeminate. It's very gay. Black people have become really corny now. They are. They're very corny. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, black folk in the chat. You're corny. And it's embarrassing. You know what I mean? It's very embarrassing. It's very cringe. And I don't like it anymore. You guys need to go back to like Motown singing. That would be nice. You know, do a little dance. Do a little dance for us. You know, how about that? How about you guys do a little dance for us?
Wait. Yeah, why is it, you know, bad for that guy if, you know, it's okay for like the Jew to do it who hates Christ? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like there's an entire group of Jews, because Jew is not just pertaining to your religion. I think that's still a little conflated, misunderstood thing. You also have just the cultural, or better yet, you have the ethnic group, right? So
even like you know what's funny? Like, here's what's also really funny. You can tell a lot by his like facial expressions, and he's doing like anybody that talks with like their eyebrows like constantly raised like this. That's a Funko Pop buyer, dude. It is. I'm sorry. Anybody that's like always got their eyebrows raised like this all the time when they talk, you're a Funko Pop enjoyer, dude. I'm sorry. You're an effeminate homosexual man. Yeah. Like, maybe, like, I don't know, I'm opening my eyes really wide so guys can come inside my eyeballs right now. Yeah, it's so gross.
Christian Jews. They're atheist Jews.
See, like, look at, just watch his eyebrows, bro. Black people don't dance anymore, but their fucking eyebrows do. That's all they do. You know? Watch. Just watch his eyebrows.
Jews, right?
Yep.
Yeah. The reason why we would rather have them as opposed to a pro-jihadist Muslim is because we don't like terror attacks. We don't want Western civilization to be wiped out by a group.
So you can tell he's being serious because he's furrowed his brow now. You know? Now that he's being sincere when he furrows his brow, and then he's being passive aggressive when he raises his eyebrows. Serious? Passive aggressive. Serious. Bro literally has like serious face.
Of people who believe that Western civilization should be wiped out.
That's so fun. Coolest plugin I ever used. Arcade.
Okay, I don't care.
We don't want a communist.
And they also do this too. They talk out of the side of their mouth like they're really cute. we don't like a communist or whatever. You know, it's just like maybe we don't want like terrorism. Maybe we think like terrorism is like bad or whatever. You know, have you thought about that? It's like they're the fucking like remember the hit or miss girl? Hit or miss. Like they're doing like TikTok faces, dude. It's what it is. It's fucking white girl TikTok face, bro. TikTok has destroyed blacks, man. It has.
We don't want one of our greatest cities to implode. So yeah, I mean, but what do I know? You know what I mean?
You don't know anything.
Not this guy.
You didn't even know how to pronounce Qatar or APAC, okay? You don't know anything.
Super, super smart.
Shapiro and Matt Walsh and Charlie Kirk, I don't see them saying that Jews shouldn't be mayor. And religious Jews hate our religion. They hate Jesus Christ. They hate the Roman Empire. I don't see them saying that.
Wait, I'm sorry. I have to break character for a second. I have never...
Break character, by the way. Yeah. Definitely a heterosexual man has to break character.
Never in the life of me heard this one before. This is an interesting take, right? I'm glad he hit all angles. They hate the Roman Empire. Okay.
Yeah.
The Romans sacrificed Jesus. No,
at the behest of the Jews, yeah.
Jews did. Okay, Pharisees, right? So Jesus was...
Who do you think where do you think Jews come from, bro? They come from the Pharisees. What are you talking about?
An Israelite. Jesus was a Jew, right? Down King David's lineage. So Jesus was technically... Let me get a little...
Oh, we're doing this now. Well, technically, Jesus was a Jew. He's a Christian, first off. He was God. Like, what are you talking about? How does that... And again, like, what pertinence does this have on the argument?
Situation going. Jesus
is your gay little nose ring leaking?
Was technically Jewish. He was born Jewish and he died Jewish, right? The earliest story of his life,
he was
when
God.
He was 12 years old in that synagogue. That's where the Jews congregate. He was speaking to the rabbis, right? Yeah. Confounded them with his wisdom. Mm-hmm. It's a really Jewish story there. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we have, him going out and recruiting 12 of these other Jewish guys.
Not all of them are Jews, for the record.
Who he spread a message to throughout the Jewish world. To other Jews. Many of which started to follow him, and then others hate.
Bro, do you think everybody in the Middle East was Jewish back then? You really think people that were speaking Aramaic were Jewish? Come on, give me a break.
Hated him and persecuted him. So it's kind of like a story of, let's say, like a Swedish guy, right? Swedish, born in Sweden, raised in Sweden, dies Swedish. And he is essentially, goes out there and he has a message for the people. And then there are Swedes who hate him and there's Swedes who love him. And he is, let's say, Sweden is occupied at that time, or at least, is under the reign of, I don't know, Rome. And they, so a few of these Swedes are like, hey, this guy is committing a crime.
This is like the worst analogy. Bro, please. I challenge any fucking... Is there one YouTuber that can make a decent analogy that makes sense? Seriously, is this like all YouTube on the planet just filled with retards who don't know what a fucking simple, decent analogy is?
Against our religion, he needs to die.
And also, again, like, what pertinence does this have on the fact that, yes, like, Jews hate the Roman Empire, clearly? Because I'm not sure you know this. I'm not sure. Hey, does anybody educate this guy on the fact that the Roman Empire sacked Judea? Right? Did anybody clue this guy in on this?
Which is also ironically part of the grand plan that God had. So it was fulfillment of prophecy. But anyway, let's get back to the Swedes. So you have, these Swedes, the more zealous Swedes, who basically end up commissioning for the Roman Empire to then take the life of, this savior Swede. So in that story, would you say that the Swedes, all the Swedes, killed this man?
Yes. Yeah. I would say, yeah. If they commission... Okay, yeah, it's like if you hire a hitman to kill somebody, you are implicated in the murder of somebody, right? It's real simple. Yeah, if I hired a hitman to murder someone, then yes, I should be guilty of murder. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. That's a better analogy.
And they all hated him.
Yes, they
or
did.
would you say that there were some who came to follow him and others who despised him?
The ones who came to follow him ceased being Jewish and then were Christians.
This is just, look, when the logic is logicking, you don't need much else.
Oh my God! This guy is like the most Reddit black guy on the planet, dude. When the logic is logicking, when the logic is logicking, I am adulting right now. This is the kind of guy who goes and like pays his electric bills. Like, sorry guys, I have to do a little adulting right now. Gosh, adulting is so freaking hard. I hate it. Like, what happened to black people, man? You're so fucking corny.
Your working brain, and that's why I say, like, let's continue to think for ourselves, because y'all are a lot smarter than these people who purport to be influencers. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I used to believe these people were like actually smart, unironically.
Google, show me this guy's balls, please.
Anonymous sent $3. It would also be really bad if the leader of the Swedes said that his blood will be on them and on their descendants.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, we don't even need to go to that deep. We don't need to go to the fact that, like, Pontius Pilate washed his hands, right? And said his blood be not on our hands. And the Jews took it. They claimed, yeah, it's on our hands, yeah. It's also, like, very funny, too, when people will talk about the King of the Jews title, right? They say, well, but they called him the King of the Jews. It's like the Jews wanted Pontius Pilate to have that removed from the crucifix. Like that was a title in which that was bestowed upon Jesus at first as an insult, you know? It was there to mock him. And the Jews wanted that expunged. They wanted that removed from the cross, and Pontius Pilate said no. Because it's already up. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking it down. Like, people just don't, like, you shouldn't talk about this if you don't know anything about it. People have like such a basic and rudimentary understanding of this situation, of this concept. And again, I've said this before, I say it again. I don't like inherently blaming the Jews solely for the crucifixion. Okay? I've never been one of those people. I think that, like, we're all responsible. Even, like, present day, you and I and everybody, we're all responsible for the crucifixion of Christ. I don't like pinning that. But what I also don't like is people trying to downplay or outright remove the role of the Jews in the crucifixion of Christ. The beauty of the story is that it was both Jew and Gentile that killed Christ. That's sort of what makes the story in this sort of metaphysical analogy work about the crucifixion, is that everyone was responsible, you know? And both sides were trying to sort of pin the blame on one another, when in reality it was both sides. I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, the Jews killed Christ, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, whatever. Because I did. I killed Christ. You killed Christ. We've all killed Christ through our sin, you know? Christ died for us willingly, okay? But people want to make arguments like this where they try to, like, downplay the significance of the Jewish role in the crucifixion. It's like, well, you're just wrong. You're absolutely wrong at every turn. You're retarded. Like, you just don't understand what happened.
And then I was like, oh my goodness, it's because I'm actually just not using my own brain. Let me turn that off for a second. Think, oh, wait, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, let's hear this. And mind you, he continues to pretend he's like America first. And I mean, that's literally his brand. My perception of Nick Fuentes is he saw MAGA as an opportunity to create his own coalition or his own thing, did the America First thing, which literally has close to nothing to do with America First, right? He just spouts, well, America shouldn't be getting involved in anything.
Yeah, he's never said that, ever.
Isolationism, which would likely lead to our complete implosion. We deal with China. We deal with Russia. You think we're not going to deal with a Western power in the middle of the Middle East where everybody...
By the way, a Western power in the Middle East, you have like 5 brain cells. You have five. A Western power in the Middle East. A Western bro, you have 5 fucking brain cells clinking around in your head. You couldn't pronounce Qatar. You couldn't pronounce APAC. And now a Western power in the how do you? You're retarded. Like, you are a dumb person.
else basically sees us as the big devil. Yeah, got another thing coming. Anyway, let's continue to watch this because, you know, BB says if I watch the whole thing, I get another $5.
Say, well, I'm against an immigrant being mayor of a major city. Really? Because we have dual citizens serving in Congress. They're not dual citizens with Saudi Arabia. They take money from dual citizens. They take money from a foreign government. I don't see them giving the money back. I don't see them criticizing that element. Last year, a congressman went into Congress wearing an IDF uniform, a soldier's uniform.
We're just going to skip over the fact that we have Muslims in our own Congress. We're just going to skip over that. But I want to.
What does it have to do with the point? It's kind of like the point. You have a problem with one group having power, but not another for some reason. That's kind of the whole point of what Nick is saying here, is that if we are going to be okay, or if we're going to like have this sort of problem with people from the Middle East and getting influence in America, why are we turning a blind eye to Israeli influence in America? And me personally, I don't want either one involved. I don't want Muslims in Congress. I don't want Muslims being the mayor of New York. But it's a weird place to draw the line where Israelis are allowed, but like Iranians or Iraqis or, people from Saudi Arabia are not. It's a weird line to draw.
I wanted to bring this up because this is a really, really good point. Yeah, like, again, I'm here for all of it. All of y'all who want to call me, Mossad and this and that, I really don't give a damn. We're here for it. I talk about everything. I call it all out. Y'all talk about, well, Candace Owens is just asking questions. You don't like that. She's just asking questions. She's just asking questions. Okay, then I got some questions too. Let's go through a...
You haven't addressed like a single thing that Nick has said, by the way. You started talking about the crucifixion of Christ, which nobody even brought that up. Hey, well, Jewish people hate Christians. Well, but crucifixion of Christ, like, what are you talking about?
Quick list over here. Let's bring this up.
Yeah,
let's go through a quick list of Israel's influence in America. So a lobby group. Mind you, these are American lobby groups.
For Israel. Do you know what AIPAC stands for? Do you think that AIPAC is pushing for American interests? This is oh my gosh, dude. In a Bro, just tell me, what does AIPAC even stand for? You didn't even know how to pronounce it. What does it stand for? Come on, let's hear it. I would love to know.
Because they ask, well, why does AIPAC not register itself as a foreign group? Because it's run by Americans.
It's run by dual citizens, retard. It's run by dual citizens. It said people who have both American and Israeli citizenship. It's the point. That's kind of the point that we're trying to make. If Iran had, dude, I guarantee you, if Iran had the amount of dual citizens in our country to run a lobbying group to petition and sink money into decide congressional races here on American soil, these people would be losing their fucking minds.
You could start a lobby group today, by the way. It's really, really simple, and get that thing going. Like by now.
Do you know what a lobbying group does? Retard. Like again, like do you know how much money and how much capital you would need to start a lobby? You could start one today. Yeah, if I had $50 million, I could. Yeah. You're talking about a group that buys influence. That's essentially what lobbying is buying influence. Do you even know what lobbying is? Do you know what it's about? Do you know how it goes? Anything at all?
Actually, we probably should. We should create the anti-idiot coalition, anti-smooth brain coalition, where we try our best to eradicate America of smooth brainedness. So here we go. So here's a short list, and you can check this out for yourself. Again, do your own research. So
he's got a list here of Code Pink. This doesn't, bro. Some of these aren't even lobbying groups. Like again, what are you talking about? Bro, oh my gosh, the Party for Socialism and Liberation. These are not again. Just retards that don't understand anything.
Here's the pro-Israel. Here's our laundry list of pro-Israel lobby groups right there.
Okay.
Google, show me this guy's balls, please.
Anonymous sent $3. Beardson's getting cucked. It's freaking over link.
I'm getting cucked. Hang on, I'll pull it up in a second. It's like, this is all you have to do, man. $51 million in contributions, $3 million in lobbying costs in 2024. Outside spending, $37 million. It's like it's not that hard to just look these things up. You can literally just look this up. The total level of $51 million in 2024. They've spent $42 million on candidates in the year 2024. You can literally just look this up.
Google, show me this guy's balls, please.
GamerDat sent $50 just
Yo!
got out of my morning meetings to see that brokies aren't donating. Here's some more for the GOAT.
Yo, thank you, GamerDad. Appreciate it, man. You didn't have to do that. Thank you for the big super chat. Big 07s. Big 07s to GamerDad. Thank you so much, man. You didn't have to do that. No, it's, we're just chilling, dude. I don't deserve the money, honestly. I never stream. I never stream. I don't really deserve it. I'm trying to get back into it, though. I am. And the money
Google,
does
show me this guy's
motivate
balls,
me.
please.
God of Conquest 91 sent $5. Why are all black people, with the exception of John Miller, in conservative politics like this?
was crazy, dude. You're just call him a rapist. It's fucking disgusting.
Listen, Bucko. Hey, listen, Negro.
No,
That's a hanging offense where I'm from.
We just encountered a black person not being able to understand like
Honestly,
critical
white nigga.
thinking or
He
like.
said hypothetically. It's just
Yeah. Hey, Andre, how would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
I was the GOAT for this. By the way. I was the fucking goat for this. I was the fucking goat for this. Yeah, I was having Sequoia for the clip.
I did eat breakfast this morning.
But how would you
He
feel?
failed the test. He failed the test every fucking time, dude. Every fucking time. But I did. I did do it. What do you mean?
I did not eat breakfast this morning.
But I didn't. What? Yeah,
What is
again,
this
you don't
fucking
understand. You cannot understand like hypotheticals. You don't have like critical thinking. You
I don't
can't
have
understand
critical thinking. What I'm saying is, I don't care about your point that you're trying to make. I don't care about what your point.
Dude, you're an idiot.
But how would you feel? How would you feel though? How would you feel? How would
See
you
me
feel?
in 5 years. I'm
How
gonna
would
say
you
that.
feel though?
See me in 5 years.
How would you
I'm
feel
going
if
to
you
say
ate breakfast this morning?
This
Just answer
shit
the question.
really pisses me off.
How would you feel?
I love it. This shit really pisses me off. I'll see me in 5 years. Okay, no. It's been 2. I haven't seen you at all ever do anything. So I think we're pretty good. It's definitely getting close. We're in year like 2 at least. You know what I mean? We're definitely on like year 2. And I don't know. I got 100,000 followers on Twitter. And I don't even know where you are, to be honest with you. So, feel like the guy that can understand like basic conceptual problem-solving skills and basic concepts, basic abstract concepts is doing pretty good. I don't know, thoughts? That was such a great clip. Let's pull up real quick before Anonymous says I'm getting cucked, which I don't know what this means. Wow. I love waking up to her reading me a Bible verse, lol. Unreal. This guy followed me and then he unfollowed me, I think, because I was too controversial, by the way. So fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck Ben Avery. Cuck. You'll never get her. You'll never get her, Ben. Fuck you. I'll make sure it never happens. One way or another. It'll never happen. I can't, bro. Isn't it crazy? Is it not fucking crazy that Melody Mac's out here reading Bible verses in a fucking bra? You know? What are we doing, sweetie? Anyways, all right. I got like 5 more minutes of this and I'm tapping out, dude. I can't.
Hey, Pack. And a couple videos ago, I went down a list of all the money that is coming foreignly, or foreign money that's going into our government. China was number 1. I think Japan was number 2. We had Qatar like number 7, Saudi Arabia, Emirates, all before. And then number 10 or number 11 was Israel. So Israel's on that list at like $188 million from 2016 to 2024. And
bro,
Google,
you're
show me
talking
this guy's
about
balls, please.
again.
Jungle sent $3. Hey, Bins and Bentley. I can give you some music lessons if you want, dude. Check out some of my music link.
Okay. All right. What are we doing here now? I'm not watching. This sucks, dude. What is check out, this is your music? I don't even get the joke, but all right. I don't even I don't even I don't even get the what well, okay. Thank you for the for the 3, I guess. But anyways, all right.
And then China's number one, right? They've been buying up farmlands, etc., but yet nobody.
Yeah, that's not, bro. Buying up farmlands versus diverting funds into the political system and donating. It's like two totally different things. Like, what are you talking about? China is not buying influence in America. They are buying property and commodities. Israel is using their money to buy influence. Do you see? Do you see? You can't talk to these people. Oh, but China's buying farmland. Okay, Israel is buying senators.
He's saying that. Well, at least few people are saying, "Hey, this is a little sus." A little sus. The same guys who are also paying influencers. Actually, that information has already been made public.
Israel has literally look up influenceable. They literally pay influencers. They fly. Look at TPUSA. They fly influencers out to Israel. If we're all being paid by Qatar, where's my fucking plane ticket to Qatar Airways? You know? Why am I not going to fucking Dubai right now? And talking about how awesome Dubai is. Every year, multiple times a year, Charlie Kirk and TPUSA send students to Israel for free. They don't have to pay. Like, they post about it on social media. They're actually told to. That's like part of a condition of the trip is for them to vlog it and to take pictures and to post about how awesome Israel is. They do it all the time. You can literally go and just look. It's on the internet. Go look at any like TPUSA influencer, scroll their profile, and they're gonna have pictures of them with a tiny little hat on, fucking making out with the wall, bro.
Interesting. But anyway, let us continue. So we have, what's this? Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch. By the way, it's funny. Somebody tried to use these groups to say, why do they all say that Israel...
You could add up every single dollar that every single one of these groups contributes to our political system, and it would not even come close to comparing to the amount that AIPAC contributes yearly. Like, not even close. Not even remotely close.
Is gone too far with their atrocities. You mean the jihadists supporting globalized intifada? You talking about them? Okay. Don't even know how to say that. Care breaking the silence. You have heard them. Jewish Voices for Peace. Isn't that crazy? You've always had that, by the way. People who will literally sell their own people out. It's what happened in New York. It's why that guy got elected. There were Jews who said, you know what? I'm not one of the bad ones. And then you get it too.
It's just like no comprehension at all.
Students for Justice in Palestine campaign. And again, these are just the lobby groups. These aren't just like the little special interest.
They're not lobbying groups. Most of these actually are just little special interest groups, for the record. None of these are actually lobbying groups.
Groups privatize. This is the ones whose sole purpose is to fight against Israel.
Students for Justice in Palestine is not a lobbying group, bro. They do protests. It's a student activism organization. This is not a lobbying group. What are you talking about? They do like campus protests. They're not buying they're not funneling money into our, again, like, you just don't know what lobbying is.
Laundry list of them. NGOs, etc. So the curious aspect for me is this. When you have this guy, Nick Fuentes.
I graduated with a bachelor's in pastoral theology, and I work with the position here that I'm at as an assistant pastor. I got exposed to porn 14.
Flexing his.
Wait, what was that? What was that ad? Well, I what? Bro, that took a left turn. That took a left turn on me. I wish I would have skipped it. Oh, that's oh man. Can we go back? How do you pull an ad back up? I want to know where that's go. That's way more interesting. Whatever this dumb black guy's got to say. Okay. What the helly? Can we? Yeah, we gotta we gotta rewind that. Woo, that took a turn. I can't even watch this anymore. I can't. I'm done. How do we top that? How do we top that, chat? You know, like, this guy's an idiot. I'm done. I'm good. He's dumb. He's a very dumb person who doesn't know what he's talking about, clearly.
Google, show me this guy's